Hey, what's up, guys? So, I've just not too long finished Genshin Impact's 5.7 story. There are conquests and Skirk's quest, and I have to say, the quality was there. It was a very good story, Archon story, and a very good uh, um, side quest, a story quest. Now, the first one I'm going to talk about is the actual Archon quest, and I won't spill too much details on what exactly happened, but I'm just going to talk about things that I really found very interesting in the story in particular. Now, first of all, we met in that story. It was like it dives into the aspect of time travel and like how time travel or like the future can affect the past and affect the past in a way that could create a parallel universe and stuff like that. It was something that really scratched the mind of like an intellectual person, a person that really dives into things like the butterfly effect of time travel and stuff like that. It was a really fun and interesting story, and I really don't want to spoil the story, but something that we did as a traveler right now affected the how the catalysm turned out in Conria, which is insane. But the way how things are right now, and I'm talking to people that actually play the story, it's very interesting. The next thing I want to talk about is like Dainsleif. We got a sneak peek into one of his powers, and one of his powers had to do with like completely completely destroying the shields, any abyssal shields from any of the characters, any of the enemies that like the best abyssal characters or something like that. I don't know if this power is just for abyssal enemy, but it seems like it's really strong. So, in my opinion, we saw a little bit of a sneak peek of what Dane's power is. He might be a catalyst user because I didn't see him wielding any weapons or anything like that. He was just doing like Nakamasi move, like magic moves, like so. Maybe he is a catalyst user, and these are just speculations from the story. But it was really interesting seeing him do his move. I really don't want to spoil the story in particular for anybody that hasn't watched it, but it was very interesting. As far as things are concerned for Skirk's story, it was really good. We got a lot of diving into her information of where she comes from and how long she was on Teva too. And this is insane. I don't know how to explain this without spoiling the story, but think of it in Dragon Ball Z reference. And this is why I say it's like it. Like, you know how Frieza destroyed the Saiyans world because he was afraid of their race, of how strong they could be? That is what happened to Skirk. Well, Skirk's people. And you know how Barus came to Earth in order to train Goku so he can have a challenge to fight? That is what Skirk's teacher's relationship is to her. This is insane. The other thing that we know about in the story is that Skirk's teacher is insanely strong. Like, it is insane how much they're hyping this character up. It almost is are basically on similar level to how Madara Uchiha was hyped in Naruto Shippuden. It is really interesting. Like, And this is why I play Genshin Impact, is for the story. And as far as the story is concerned, it's really, really nice. The other thing that I really don't want to spoil the story. I want to talk about things in details, but I really don't want to spoil the story. The story on both ends were very short, very sweet, visual. I like the fact that they used old songs too, which was really nice. And it was very interesting. The time fly past so fast. I know it was short, but it just flew by so short the way your interest in the story is. And I really, out of all the main four gacha games, which I mean like Wuthering Waves, Honkai Star Rail, Zelda Zone Zero, and Genshin Impact, I think their storytelling right now is the shortest, most compact, and well done, well paced as well. I think, and I'm not being biased when I say this, Honkai Star Rail and Wuthering Waves stories are a bit, it's a bit too long. Zelda Zone Zero is around medium size, and Genshin Impact has the pacing just right. I'm not being biased. I'm just telling you how I feel from what I've been playing so far. We also got mention of other people and learned a lot in terms of the lore of the story, but as I said, I don't want to spoil it. I really want Wei to come back because he makes a lot of theory videos on Genshin Impact, and so much things is happening right now. I'm wondering why is Wei not posting the videos so I can enjoy it. It has been a very enjoyable story. The story quest in particular, and the Archon quest. And the other thing that I want to mention, thank God I remembered, the Paimon voice actor changing. Like, I can understand how they could have easily gotten somebody that sounds very similar to her to replace her voice, but it seems like Genshin Impact go out of their way to make sure that the person that replaced Paimon sounds so drastically different that people know that they fired her. It is what it is. Like, the woke community in general is annoying to deal with, and I'm glad we're past that, and it's time for us to stop. AI is gonna take over everything in the next few years. We know that we can't stop it. Like, it is what it is. Like, they have done irreparable damage to Genshin Impact on a whole with unvoiced dialogues in the main story. It's insane how much it has affected Genshin Impact, and they're still doing really good, but it is what it is. So that's another bonus tip. I don't want to make this into an actual video, but there is this content creator that is taking Hoyoverse music and like singing over it and then copyrighted it and copyrighting everybody. And I've experienced this in the past in my other YouTube channel, that I used to play a game and then I realized that the many music for the game I was playing got copyrighted, and I wonder why it got copyrighted, because the developers never copyrighted that song, and then it was somebody that's like sing over the song and then copyright it so everybody gets strike. It's just, I don't need to go into how far and how stupid that is to do, because there's two companies in this world you don't want to mess with, and that's Nintendo and Hoyoverse. Hoyoverse has go out of their way to sue people for leaks and all those kind of stuff, and in a lot of money. And this guy is out there publicly available. He's gonna get sued like no tomorrow, and he's gonna be serving jail time. And you kind of get what's coming to you. You're going after one of the biggest companies that is not afraid to sue people. Them and Nintendo, you don't mess with them. Nintendo sued Power World for making a similar game to them. So you can understand, like, you don't really mess with these companies, man. But I am sorry. I feel sorry for all the people that got affected by this, and it will be resolved soon, hopefully. As long as you copyright claim it, you should take off your video. The time that it happened to me was on my other channel, and I threatened that person that I was going to send them to court, and they removed the copyright off it because like, but YouTube really need to do better in terms of like protecting content creators from people taking advantage of this system. It's sad to see. The last time I encountered it was way back when on my other channel, but like it's gonna make me think twice and if I want to use a specific Hoyoverse song as background music. It's unfortunate, but anyways, as I said, as far as the Genshin Impact story is concerned, I really enjoyed it. As far as other games that I'm currently playing, I'm still playing through Honkai Star Rail story. I just fought the Dark Ravager, that guy, and I'm going through continuing. I am curious like how far I'll be able to get into that 200 poles for the free light cone. I may or may not make it. I will be making videos trying to make it, and we'll see how far we go from there. I need to talk about that in another video. And for Wooden Ways, I am not downloading it back just to play through the story. I'm gonna watch it on YouTube with no commentary so I can be completely honest in my opinion on it. I've played through a good portion of Resosita in my accounts. The last time I think I just met Carlotta and she was buying perfume and then she went away after I meet that Echo, that's an invisible girl with the big boobs. So I wasn't feeling the story at the time. I'm gonna watch somebody else play through it and see how I feel, because obviously, yeah, I don't feel like any of these gacha games story is the best thing out there. I think Genshin Impact is the best out of all of them in terms of lore, world building, and story. But I'll give Wooden Ways a shot on how they tell a story. Like, story isn't all about just cutscenes, it's about how well the lore works. I am pretty well informed of how the lore works in Wooden Ways, even though I bash it a lot. That's why no, I'm not gonna go any long-winded about this situation, but as I said, I really enjoy Genshin Impact's 5.7 story.